up, Internet, and welcome to Slack and Cast. I'm really loud.
I actually like that when you started, so
it's like my
it's gonna look really fucked up. It's like, what?
Whatever, we're gonna roll with it. Alright, I'm Pete, I'm here with my good friends Ozzy, Thompson, and Jesse, and today we're gonna talk to you guys about DLC. What we like about it, what we don't like about it, some of the pitfalls, when it works, when it doesn't work. This topic came from a recent discussion that Jesse and I had about The Witcher 3, so
Yes.
why don't you start us off on that?
What CD Projekt Red is doing that's kind of not groundbreaking, but just really necessarily unheard of is they came out with 16 free DLCs through the course of their release every week.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it's just there's little things like quests, aesthetic changes and stuff. Like everybody has an alternative outfit. A lot of the main characters have alternative outfits and stuff like that.
Whatever.
So it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Which, it's wild when you think about how big that game is to begin with. They definitely didn't need to give more free content, but they totally did. Which that's a great example of when it's done right.
Yeah, exactly. And it was actually just to kind of highlight how developers can put out this content. It's not really costing them anything.
Yeah,
to make.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Especially if it's just
move forward a little bit. You're a little bit out of frame. Another example of I think of developers that do it really good. It's somebody who's definitely really new to the sphere, but I've liked what they've done so far. Has been Nintendo. What they've done with the Wii U is I thought the first thing they did was for the Mario Kart 8 DLC, and they did it was essentially a 0.5. I think it was 8 tracks, 4 new characters, just a bunch of content. Right, it was about 50% extra content to the game, and it was $7 if you bought it in a pack, or $12 maybe if you bought
I remember when that came out.
really
You and Mike
inexpensive.
bought it, right?
Mike bought it. I actually don't have Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U.
Okay.
I want it, but it's just, Nintendo games never go down in price, so even if you don't buy it new, it really is always still going to be a $60 grab, and I've picked up a couple other things in the meantime. So.
Okay.
But yes, obviously, talk about the elephant in the room, right, when it comes to DLC, is everyone seems to have a really big problem with DLC in a lot of ways. There's day one DLC, right? So, somebody want to start us off with some negative experience with day one DLC?
Basically, any day one DLC is just a cash grab, and it's pretty obvious. Most of them are already coded onto the disc, and there's absolutely no need for it. I mean, if you think about it, DLC is supposed to provide more content for the game. It's it's been out for a while. Maybe you could I don't know, pick up the game later. New people want to join in. Old people want to keep playing it.
Give you a reason to play it again.
Right, but day one DLC, it's it's just money. It's just money, and it's basically something that they could have taken one more day and put it into the game.
Right.
And then,
well, not even one more day. It's and a lot of times it's already just there.
Yeah,
right?
It could have already been on the disc, and then especially when someone has to find it on the disc and realize that it's already there, and then they're paying for stuff after. It's just insulting,
Well, it doesn't happen until the PC port, right?
But,
Yeah.
but the fact that people come maybe even a year later and say, hey, I had to pay $20 for stuff that was free all along technically.
Yeah, it should have existed.
And then the
in
PC people get to mod it out for free anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not fair to one group anyway. Console gamers don't get that joy,
Right. Yeah. I do have one counter argument to what you did say though, where the position that all day one DLC is garbage, or that it's all kind of a cash grab, because it is a cash grab for all intents and purposes.
Unless
but
it's
something I don't have a problem with is I don't have a problem with day one DLC that's cosmetic, or if it's or I remember when EA would release I think they did that with what was it, Dead Space 3, where it was there was 15 pieces of day one DLC, but it was mostly just costumes or guns or stuff, and it's just use the stuff that's in the game. It's
that's totally fair.
If you don't want to pay the extra money, don't buy it.
Yeah, anything that doesn't affect the gameplay or the actual content.
But whatever happened to those kinds of items being unlockable?
Yeah, that's true. It's
when back in the day they would put those extra aesthetics in the game, and you would have to perform some sort of menial task to unlock it, and that's what I prefer.
They replace it with achievements.
It's also not to say that there isn't that doesn't still exist though, right?
It's not to say that it doesn't exist, but in a case of Dead Space, why would I pay 50 cents or $1.50 to give Isaac or Carver a different costume when I would rather dismember 50 necromorphs to unlock the hunter outfit or something?
Right.
That's more satisfying to me.
I think if that's replaced by that, I can definitely understand that complaint. But
yeah.
I think in terms of some cosmetic stuff, it just makes sense, because it's just that's
even
right?
saying that it makes sense.
But it's you gotta make money somehow.
But paying for skins doesn't make sense. The only reason it makes sense is because League of Legends is a free game.
That's true.
But
so you don't think there's any wiggle room there to charge for cosmetic things?
I didn't buy the fucking Dead Space skins.
But that's my point, right? Is if you don't want them, you didn't buy them. I wouldn't buy them.
Right.
But my point is that I don't think that we should be angry at EA or...
No, I'm not angry. I would just rather that
It's not DICE, right?
It's published by EA.
It's EA. I can't remember who the developer is right now. It's like on the tip of my tongue. But
No.
whatever. It's like, my thing is, I never buy that Day 1 DLC. I've never bought Day 1 DLC like that.
No.
And to me, it's, I personally feel that if people are buying it, if they want to put it out and people want to pay for that, then that's their prerogative, and that's good on them for finding a way to break even, or make a profit, make more money. I mean, at the end of the day, like video game publishers and developers are businesses.
I mean, I know that, but it's just the way that they go about presenting these ways of making money that...
I agree with you when it comes to anything that's not superfluous. Anything that doesn't, like what Thompson said, anything that doesn't impact the game truly. Like a different costume for Isaac does not change
There's one thing
the
that's
game.
kind of dirty too. Like a lot of pre-orders for pre-order like Target or Walmart or any other place, and you get
those
like,
different
specific
packages,
DLC, but then you can't get the other ones.
That's a pain in the ass. That I don't like. Yeah,
that's like it's D1 DLC and it's free if you pre-order here, but it's only one of the ones you pick, and now everyone else has to pay for those other ones, and then that's like $30 right off the top of the head.
Yeah, and that's lame.
Yeah.
Definitely. What could be free for everybody. I understand the pre-order things have to go to certain companies and all that, but...
It's just, it's licenses is another way to make money.
But in the same breath, it's just like you wait like a couple months and you can buy the skins.
Most of the time, right?
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can do that, but like...
I remember it used to not be
some
that
people
way.
had them for free,
Yeah, no, that's...
And some are priced differently over time, too.
No, I'm not like, saying it's different. It's just like, I don't like that either. It's
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's just like
I'm not a fan.
like exclusive pre-order bonuses are kind of like weird.
You're basically agreeing to pay for a game that hasn't even, been released, and you're saying, this is worth time and money that I haven't even said...
Yeah.
And I need this extra content in a game I haven't even played yet.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't justify it even being worth it, let alone it being a good game in the first place. You never
Right,
know.
absolutely. The one other thing I will say in defense of, before we get off the topic of Day 1 DLC, is just to play devil's advocate here, is something that we talked about earlier, which was, I remember you brought up Arkham City. Because you had recently been playing the Game of the Year edition, and you had been speaking with a brother's friend who had mentioned that the Catwoman content was DLC, and I kind of take issue with that because it really technically isn't DLC. It's it's content that is it's part of the main game, and it came if you bought a new copy of the game, and if you were to buy a used copy of the game, then you had to pay, I think it was $5 or $10 to unlock the Catwoman missions.
Yeah, that's how they did it.
And a lot of people took issue with that,
Mm-hmm.
but as somebody who is critical of the secondhand game market, I really don't, because it's just like, if you buy that $55 copy of Batman new, that, and it doesn't have the Catwoman insert, that $5 that you spend for that Catwoman content is the only $5 that they'll ever see for you picking up Arkham City.
Yeah.
Whereas you bought it on PC, so, I mean, that
I got it on Steam, so...
Yeah, that's a totally different scenario. Because
Mm-hmm.
then at least, even if you buy something on sale, at least the developer sees some portion of profit.
I guess the point that drove it home was that the first time I played Arkham City on console, I didn't see Catwoman one time other than the intro that she's in.
Yeah.
And then when I played it on the PC, I got to play as Catwoman, and I was just like, "Whoa, what is this?" You know? I guess it's like, again, the point is that since
you borrowed my Arkham City to play on console, I believe, right?
But since I play so many versions of games that are like the Game of the Year edition or whatever, I just play games with the DLC already in there, and I hardly notice DLC when it is DLC, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just play games as they are, and then I hear later, like, oh, this was downloadable content, and I'm just like, oh, well, that was neat, I guess.
Something that I always end up running into, too, is a lot of times I play, especially with AAA games, since so many games come out in a year, like, I play a lot of games late. Yeah. Which is something I like, because then when you get to, maybe like that window of like 6 months after the game came out, and most of the DLC is already out, and you can kind of pick and choose.
Like Fallout's a perfect example.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
just pick the 2 or 3 that you really like.
And it's just like, wait, you can buy the game for $60 when it first comes out, or spend $15 or so, I don't know how many the price is for each one, because I never got them individually, but you wait another year or two, get to the Game of the Year edition, and guess what? You get everything for the same price, $60 now.
Yep.
It's just like another maybe 20 or 30 hours even added in with all
Oh
this
yeah,
new
man,
stuff.
those DLC packs for New Vegas
crazy.
are huge.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best deals they do, honestly.
Yeah.
And you can trust that they're going to come out with a Game of the Year edition, so you're not going to get screwed on the DLC.
The New Vegas ones were cool because they added like new weapons and the whole bit. I thought that was a well executed DLC for the price. The New Vegas
they
ones.
weren't even just recent. It's
like
like a whole new area.
Yeah, that's a
like,
better word.
yeah,
Is the expansion packs of yesteryears.
That to me is like that's the epitome of DLC. Like that's what DLC
An expansion
used to be.
pack.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
expansion. That's what we used to call it back in the day.
That's what I think it should be.
Yeah,
like,
they really are
that's just
expansions.
the standard.
You're right. Yeah.
Just it's like it's like, hey, here's another 10 hours, or even if it's I remember like BioWare would do that with like we just were mentioning like Mass Effect and Dragon Age and stuff, where it's like it's like $5 or $7 for like an extra hour or 2 hour mission, right? And it's like I'm down with that. It's like if I like the game enough and I want another 3 hours in that world, I'm willing to pay another $5.
I think all of us played this one too. Another one that was done really well was the DLC for Dishonored. So
Yeah, man, that was great.
Yeah.
I picked that up.
It expanded on the.
and those were cheap. Those were like $8 rather than the traditional 15.
And it was like that was like 10 hours. Wasn't it?
They were long. Yeah.
Playing as Dowd actually was a whole different experience. Like you
Oh, yeah.
can teleport around now. You
I'm
can actually do all this
surprised.
stuff.
Like,
I mean, you always say that it's better, right?
Yeah,
I think it's better.
I like
honestly.
the teleport move. Like
It's
a lot
so much better.
You get that pause.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
time slows, so you can
that's
do
so
like
great.
a double jump with
The
it.
fact that
It's
like the DLC actually produced like a better game than the original game is like amazing.
Yeah, that was definitely more interesting.
Corvo was a chump compared to him. Corvo, right?
Yeah, Corvo.
And like
We don't talk that way about Corvo a ton.
No, I'm just saying.
he had like that wrist.
I'll say this though, I never killed Dowd again after I played that
That's
DLC.
true, yeah.
I would kill that bastard every time. I couldn't take it. And then after I played him, I said, you know what? He's actually the reason that the Empire stayed. He's a good guy.
That was what I remembered about that DLC.
Yeah.
that was really impactful. Was
It
you
changed
telling
my
me
view
that?
on the game.
Yeah.
What just happened?
Oh no.
Oh no! I bought this so this wouldn't happen. Why?
All right. Well, the other expansion was also good too because it expanded on the story. How they have like those,
What was the other expansion?
There was the one I can't remember.
Plays the witch.
The Witches of Brigmore.
Yeah.
Oh, I never played
Yeah,
that
I
one.
never played that one either.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
When did that come out?
I
don't remember hearing
it's
about
been
that.
a little. Yeah, it's been out for a while now.
It's been a long. Yeah. That expands on the story even further, and it introduces the Brigmore Witches, which that's why I was saying Dowd is a hero.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin anything, so.
Spoilers.
You have to give a spoiler tag if you're going to spoil anything.
I mean, should I tell you?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
All right, so
I
the
haven't
Brigmore
played
Witch basically wants to take Emily Caldwin, the princess, and like replace herself with her to
Okay.
her. And you're down, and you stop.
And he stops that?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it's very simplified. Like it's a few hour experience that you condense down, and it's
So in both the DLCs you play as Dowd?
Yeah.
Cool.
But it's like his story in the DLCs now.
That's
You know,
cool.
so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
a
the
lot of
first one I
fun.
played. Speaking of, man, I'm so excited. I'm so happy they finally confirmed Dishonored 2.
Oh my god!
I've been waiting. I feel like Dishonored is such an
Did you hear who
underrated
you
game.
play
universe
as?
for it is so expansive.
It's so
and
good.
it
Did you hear who you play as in the
You
sequel?
can play as Emily or Corvo,
Yep.
which is awesome.
I think that's
So
really cool.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Emily's powers are actually different and stuff. Like she has this.
Yeah,
really,
she gets
really-
branded by the outsider.
She has this like really cool like
Nice.
whip that like kind of looks like Venom's
Yeah.
like webs. Like it looks really neat. It looks like it's gonna be a really fun game.
There's something like 6 people in the world that actually have the outsider's power.
I think it's like 7 or 9.
Yeah, I forget what the number
Well, the
is,
interesting
but
thing is if you count like Corvo, Dowd, Emily, I guess now,
Yeah.
the Granny Rags, and the Brigmore Witch, they've already introduced like 5 of the characters.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like these mysterious people who are like really powerful in the game that they keep touching upon. So
Yeah.
the universe can be expanded on so much.
Oh, totally.
One
It's
of
like
my
every one of them
favorite
could be a
games.
different game. But back to DLC.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that in a while.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Dishonored.
Has Inquisition-
If you haven't played it, go play it.
It's amazing.
has Inquisition had any DLC sins yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Its first DLC either just came out or is just about to come out, depending on when this posts.
There was it was a time exclusive, so it came out on Xbox.
Yeah,
One
it's already out on Xbox One, right?
way earlier, and I think it might have come out at this point for PlayStation 4. But like, I have no interest in like playing it.
Me neither. Like,
What does it
I
add?
want to play it. but it's
I
about the
get to
first
play
Inquisitor.
so I'm
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
It's about the Inquisitor from the original Inquisition,
Yeah,
and like I
Weird.
guess he's still alive or something.
Huh.
Which
Even
I
though
don't
it was
know how
like
that works.
a millennia ago.
Yeah,
like,
whatever.
Right, wasn't that like
So
when
the
they had the first
Yeah, that was
schism with the
Yeah.
that's when like they started like the Chantry and all that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
because
So that
of
guy's alive.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So Inquisition didn't exactly flop, did it?
No, it did well. It won Game of the Year from a lot of people.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
just
I don't know.
I got to play it. I
It's
don't
just like
know.
after playing the like I'm just gonna keep harping on The Witcher. But after playing that, it's just like that game is bad by comparison.
Really?
Yeah,
You
like,
would
it's
go that far?
It's way worse than Witcher, or like not. That's a weird wording. It just doesn't.
It doesn't
look up to par.
The Witcher's just better.
Yeah, The Witcher's just all around
the whole
better
thing.
experience.
This is what I've been saying since I finished Inquisition, and I had a little bit of time to kind of like reflect on it and like land on how I really feel about it.
Yeah, I didn't play Inquisition. So.
And like,
2 out of 4.
And like, just full disclosure, like Dragon Age is probably one of my all-time favorite series.
Yeah,
I love
like,
Dragon Age, and so do you.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Dragon Age series.
we all
I mean, we all are. We all love Dragon Age.
Yeah.
But Inquisition, like, it had no business being an open world game. I'm like, I've made this publicly known. Like, I'm really, really sick of the whole like open world as a trend thing because it doesn't. Every game doesn't need to be open world.
Yeah.
Dragon Age sure as hell did not need to be.
Would you rather it be like a linear game?
Yes, absolutely.
Really? Like you just
not linear like straight line, but linear in the way that Dragon Age Origins was linear, where there's like, hey,
it's open world.
but it's not really open world. That's
Like-
what was good about it. It's open that there's what, 5 different maps, I guess, that you go through, and each of them is big and you can explore them to a certain degree, but for the most part, you get on the map, you go to point A, you go to point B, you go to point C, you go to, and you get told a story that's interesting, but you feel like you're exploring, you feel like you're going through this big open world, and that's what you want. The thing that sucks about Inquisition is you get in there's like 9 maps, they're all huge and mostly empty. And you're just wandering, and it's like you can't fast travel to anything that's not one of your campsites. There's only like 5 campsites on every map, and they're all really far apart. So like I remember in one, I was trying to kill every dragon in the game. There's like 10 dragons in the game, and I wanted to get that achievement. And I ended up giving up because I was like, I'm done with this. I can't play this game anymore.
Now, do you think it's like a breakaway from Dragon Age 2 where there's like you're only stuck in the city constantly? Did they try to go?
They overcompensated.
Yeah,
they totally overcompensated for it.
Because that was a big issue. I mean, like linear. I think Dragon Age 2 more because that's pretty linear. Like you're in the city. I mean, granted, time goes on,
and you
go
can
to
do
the
it in
same
whatever
area
order,
like 4 times.
Yeah.
Every couple of years, they're like, remember that one area where you killed those bums, and it's like you have to go back.
Yeah, well, and there's
and now
like
these guys here.
There's also like a
same-
chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 thing in that.
Yeah, but
you
go to the same spots.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Like it is totally linear because it's like first act, second act, third act, the game ends.
Right.
Whereas like Origins is more kind of like I want to go here, I want to go there.
Yeah.
And
the story comes together when it comes together at your own pace.
Right.
I guess.
And that's what's great about it. Like what sucks about Inquisition is that like there's a good game there, but it's buried. It's like a game that's over 100 hours that should probably be 50.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're not talking about DLC anymore, though.
Off topic.
That's what happens. You get me fired up about Inquisition.
Just going off about open world games, man.
Yeah, I know. Man. It's because open world games. But anyway, so yeah, I want to go back and play this DLC, but that's actually a really good thing. It's a good jumping off point for another thing about DLC. When the DLC comes too late for you, right? When you're done, you've put the game away. Maybe you've done your 2nd or 3rd playthrough already, and you're like, I don't want to play this game again.
I mean, that's true, but it's just like I feel like
Mass Effect 2 had that going on.
I feel like it's like expansions should be compelling enough to make you want to pick it up again.
But you know what, man? Like I agree with you.
Yeah.
But when you look at a game like The Witcher, right, where there's like, there's 16 expansions, that game's 200 hours. If I've already put 200 hours into The Witcher, I don't want to put another 200 hours.
You know what?
I know you would. You're crazy.
See, if you,
I don't know how you
most
do it.
people who put 200 hours in go the extra 200.
I guess that's true.
You know what DLC
I'm the kind of guy where
was?
like I want to do a complete playthrough of a game one time, and if I really love it, I'll go back and do it again if maybe there's branching choices or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do 2-3 playthroughs of a game max. And then I gotta move on. There's a lot of games to play.
You know, like I'm like a sucker for punishment. Like Mass Effect 2, like nobody bought it but me, right? I bought everything about that game, and every time I bought a DLC, I had to go through and play like 6 more times.
I did all the DLC.
I probably played the game like over 100 times from beginning to end. I mean. You know, I'm the fool who buys everything way too late.
And like, I hear you. There's a couple games like that I'm like that with. Like the first Dragon Age game I think I've played. Like,
I did the same thing
10 times.
But then of course Awakening comes out, and that's
that's not that good.
Yeah, that's his own little turd.
Yeah,
it's
example of a not so great expansion.
Yeah.
I think it's so weird that they try to like if you like let your Witcher, if you let your warden die, it's just like some dude from Orleans just shows up. It's like the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
It's just like
I'm some French guy.
Yeah, it's just
right.
like what? Like go home. Like it's just like
It seems like it was almost a DLC that got turned into a new game. That's about it.
Yeah, and it was, but it was like the thing that bothered me about it was like it came out too quickly for one thing. It changed a lot of things that were good about the Origins formula, and it was like, like Ogren's in the game, but it's like you don't really have any relationship with him, even if he was your best friend. And it's
exactly.
like, where the hell's my dog? And
Yeah.
it's like they talk about your dog.
My dog.
Like he talks about your dog a lot. There's several Ogren dialogues where he like talks about your dog, and I was like, where's my f***ing dog? It's like, it's my dog. I'm here. Where's the dog? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And then there's like the Morgan DLC where it's like every dog with you. And it's like, where is he? He's on vacation? Like,
God.
That was honestly probably the most compelling DLC out of all of that. Was
the Morgan one.
Yeah,
that one was good.
That was like the only one really worth playing.
The Liliana one was cool. I like that.
Yeah,
that was like her
I never
backstory.
played that. I was just
good.
like meh.
The Darkspawn one was
The Liliana one was pretty good.
That one, yeah, that's what I was saying. That one was
Okay.
cool. I like that.
One of the biggest problems with like character-centric DLC is that like if you don't like the character, you're not gonna get it. Like
Right.
if you don't like Liliana,
I
you're
love
not
Liliana,
gonna get her though. Like
I
I liked
love
her.
her.
I like Morgan too, but like I know like a couple people were like Morgan's a bitch. I'm not gonna play it, but it's like that has so much story in it.
It
You
does.
should get it.
And it's
Yeah.
like you should
People
get it
I know
anyway. You
don't
should
want
kill her. You can chase her down to murder if you really
Yeah.
hate her. Like you
I
can do
mean,
whatever you want.
You don't.
Yeah, you
but,
don't. You
know,
can try.
Yeah, it's just like it's fucked.
Spoiler alerts for Dragon Age Inquisition. Morgan's there.
Yeah.
Big shock. She
What a
doesn't
shock.
die.
And like they, oh god, I have so many problems with that game.
Yeah.
For another day.
It's like story arcs. What?
Another podcast for another day.
We can
You know,
talk
it was
about Dragon Age for
another,
years.
Another late but great DLC. It was the Burial at Sea for Infinite.
Oh,
That's
hell
amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh god,
But
that
that-
awesome.
that came
took
out-
forever to come out.
Well, that's the
Really
thing.
good,
They
yeah.
released it in 2 parts, and it took forever to come out. But holy crap!
It was worth the
Like,
wait.
yeah, of course it was, because it's freaking
I
Ken
mean,
Levine, man.
Yeah, it tied the series up. So it's
It-
like this is why they're all connected.
Plus,
Like,
getting
it's
to play
just
as
like-
Elizabeth was really cool.
Yeah.
Like that alternate version of Elizabeth was just like so awesome.
It took the game, you
Like
know,
the stealth
infinite,
aspect.
right?
Yeah.
Saying,
It
like,
tied
Steve
the
went around
whole-
and said, wait, it's gonna end.
Yeah.
we
It's
figured out how to
infinite.
end it.
Until the last DLC.
Right. I mean, it's infinite until we figure out where it ends. I mean,
But that
I don't
first
know about the
DLC, I
universe,
was really unhappy with. Clash in the Clouds.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
one
that's
was.
because it was
Because
just
it was
like,
multiplayer mode.
like-
It was like, you know what didn't need multiplayer? Bioshock.
It was just so disappointing. I
It's
thought.
just like an arena fight mode kind of thing, you know? Just
I don't know.
go
It
around and
was,
fight.
I
It
didn't
wasn't
like
a
it.
story thing. It didn't actually like give anything to the game. If you like the way the game played, you could play it some more. It's almost like, you know, Halo gets some new maps. Like, cool, like, I've been playing this forever. So
Yeah.
Also, I just feel like it just didn't make sense, right? Because it's like, you know, like Ken Levine probably had nothing to do with that. You know, like
Seemed
2K
like-
probably wanted a multiplayer because they knew Bioshock
Yeah.
would be a big game and it's a shooter, and like
Yeah.
it just like that just doesn't make sense for Bioshock. Bioshock's
No.
a solo experience.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like I remember him coming out and being like, "There is no multiplayer," and then they were like, "Ken Levine's gone. There's a multiplayer now."
Yep. It's so dumb.
change the direction, guys.
Or maybe he left like right after that, but whatever. You know, right after Infinite was when he peaced. I know he did Burial at Sea, and that was the last thing he did
It's
for
phenomenal.
2K.
Still.
Or Irrational, rather.
Definitely. But
Any other ones at the top on your
You know, I feel like something that I'd like to see more of is like I feel like there are a few kinds of games that we should evolve to a place instead of like putting out a game every year. It turns into like more of a platform.
Trust me, I understand that.
You know what I mean? Like, do we really need like a Madden game every year? Like, could they just put out like a Madden app and just like sell people who play Madden like a new
You know who
Well,
tried?
that's- player
update
roster
every
or
year?
something.
Yeah, like think
I
about it.
mean-
Like they would save development costs.
they
They could
could,
just update
but
the game.
I think the development costs are like way, way lower than the money they make off of it.
Right,
It's
you
just,
know
like,
who-
I know people who just
a good point.
exclusively play those games.
You know
Oh, totally. Yeah,
they-
there's a huge market for that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Somebody who tried to do that, I think, was the WWE games.
They tried to do like.
They tried to release like the WWE game, and then they were going to release like updates whenever the roster would change. Where like this guy moves to SmackDown,
Yeah.
this guy moves to Raw. I don't know if they were going to add any new characters, but yeah, they tried that for a little while, and I don't know, it just didn't work for
It's too
whatever
much money.
reason.
Or was it like
I don't know.
DLC?
Maybe
I don't
not.
know.
Was it just free stuff?
I guess they just released another WWE game, and they were like, "This makes us more money."
Oh no. No.
I'm so mad.
Everyone's gonna know when it goes out when you clap.
It's so annoying. Like, it's like the second memory card I bought that's like just messing up. Anyway, so the WWE game.
But yeah, I don't know why they stopped using that formula.
I mean, I guess it just wasn't working, right?
Yeah, I guess they just made another WWE game, and they were like, "Oh, it makes us more money if we
Now
just
that I
make another game."
Think about it though, it might be because the license changed hands. Didn't THQ used to own WWE?
And then they closed their
They went
doors,
under,
right?
yeah, so maybe somebody else bought it, and that's why
Oh,
they
that's
changed the
it, yeah.
platform.
Yeah, I don't know.
That might be it.
And so with us goes much hope for
Yeah.
the future. Like Dawn of War 3.
But I will say, like, I'm really hyped to see things like with Smash Bros, where like now they're actually doing DLC characters, and like those are the kind of games where I really like DLCs, like fighting games, like racing games, things where it's like you can just kind of add to the formula. and
See, I'm
improve
not
it
big
a little
on
bit.
fighting game DLC, paying for new fighters and stuff.
I think it depends on how much you're spending on them, who they are, how many you get.
Like Mortal Kombat X, I think wants like $8 for Predator.
Way too much.
Or Jason.
I won't do that.
I also think a lot of it has to do with the competitiveness of the game. Like Marvel vs. Capcom, like getting a new fighter when it's already got like 60 fighters in the game, it's like not as big of a deal. It doesn't change the meta too much, but when there's like 20 characters in a fighting game and you put like 2 or 3 out, it changes a lot.
Yeah.
And like that's what's good about Smash is like, I don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it's $3 for a character, and it's $5 if you want it on both the Wii U and 3DS.
See, Nintendo's reasonable.
Yeah.
They've always been reasonable.
And
the problem with this is like...
And Smash has a big enough roster where that doesn't throw off the balance so much.
But a lot of companies are reasonable, like Mortal Kombat being 8 or 9.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like $8 or $9. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And I know it's like a licensed character or whatever, but it's like, you know, they put Ryu in Smash, and it's like he's still only $3.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost seems like not fair. Especially
it's
if you
totally not fair. It's ridiculous.
If you want the game, you know, brand new, $60, right? And then you're going to spend, say, like, even 2 or 3 characters for 8 more. I mean, you've already put, like, almost $80 into the game of tax.
It's because they're like, oh, get the season pass. And then it's like, yeah, that's $15 more. But then the $60 game
takes almost sometimes up to a year or 2 to, like, even come out everything that they want to do. And you can't go into a game store and be like, I have $100 on me for one game in the season pass plus insurance and everything else.
I'm not into that.
I mean,
it's like
some people don't have $100.
I hate season passes.
Yeah, really?
Like game insurance and season passes, man.
Right. I mean, not many people have like, you know, anywhere $60 to throw around is like a lot of this stuff.
It's not even 60 when you think about it, right? Because it's more like 60. It's like I think they're actually like
63,
4, and then you end up paying 65 with tax.
And then if you're gonna get the season pass, it's like might as well pay $90.
You are. At the end of the day, you're paying $90.
It's just like, it's just gotta be worth it, you know. Like I like bought like the season pass for The Witcher, obviously right off the bat. So,
but see, that's like a game you can trust, right? And that's like kind of like the upsetting thing.
They're already giving you 60.
Mass Effect 1 and 2 had some pretty good DLC, but then you have Mass Effect 3, and like.
I think the only season pass I ever bought was BioShock Infinite.
The last 2 games were good. Why not?
The only season passes. That's actually a good. How do you guys feel about season passes in general? Obviously, we've all probably bought one.
If they're cheaper than the individual cost, yes.
Yeah, like sometimes like they like screw you. Where like
they really do.
You save like $5.
Yeah, you don't really like get your money's worth.
You just get a bunch of DLC you didn't really want.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, they don't tell you what you're getting ahead of time, so they could come out with aesthetic things that mean nothing. You're like, I spent $30 to change my clothes.
The only thing I ever bought a season pass on was any of the Telltale games. I always get the season pass.
And that's because
you save $5.
That's the game.
Yeah, and that's all you get. Right? It's like that's you said. It's like you don't know what you're getting with it, but I love that it's just you're getting your 5 episodes. You get them the day they come out, and you save $5.
Yeah, but
if you plan on playing the whole series, just do it.
And that's not DLC though, if you think about it. It's just the game.
It's just the game,
You're finishing the game. So, I mean...
I like season passes like that.
That's
like
good.
I like when it's like more of like a subscription model to things that you know you're going to want. Like if I could get a season pass to like Smash, and I knew they were going to put out new characters and new stages, like, I would totally do that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's all good stuff. It's all quality. They're not going to give me like, you know, I was about to say they'll give me more skins, but I don't even want skins in that game. They gave me like alternate skins for like, oh, you can play like Shadow as Sonic, or like, you know, I don't know, whatever.
People would fucking munch that up.
Yeah, totally. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
There's tons of good ones you could do.
The Wii Fit Trainer or whatever.
Yeah.
It was one of the most popular amiibos. Come on, like any skin, anything, anywhere is gonna be fine. If you can make like the stupid little Wii Trainer be popular, and
not popular, rare. Rare scarcity.
Right.
Not necessarily out of popularity.
If people even cared enough in the first place,
they did.
You know what I mean?
I got one.
Anything will work, man.
See up there? No.
They can't see up there. The only amiibo on screen is Sonic, the blue blur, because he's my best one.
You're almost done.
But yeah, actually, right there's about 6 of them. Back in our apartment, there's like another 26 of them. I have almost all of them.
Almost done with that.
Well, Fiend, give me the amiibos. Love them.
I mean, that's like almost like DLC if you think about it. It doesn't interact with the game too.
It does. It does interact.
So
yeah, it is kind of like DLC. And that's another thing that's cool though, right? Because like to me, I buy them because I like the figurines. The added bonus is that they do something.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, honestly.
And like, wait until you fight this dude in Smash. You'll beat the living crap out of you.
I really want to try.
Like, oh my god, I can't even 1v1 him anymore. He's so good. I made him so just a monster.
That's because you're too slow.
You are too slow. Mike's Ness beat his blue ass yesterday though. It was horrible. It was like it looked like he was gonna win, like, and then he just like got just juiced off real quick. Damn, man. He had such a strong start. Just like the real Sonic.
Oh, God. It's such a strong start, but it all went downhill.
It all went downhill from there.
At the speed that he could run, too.
The speed of sound.
Wow, he runs decent.
That's what they
and
say.
He still sucks that much.
That's what they say in all of like any song or like any of the the TV shows or whatever. They're always like, oh, you can run the speed of sound.
Live and learn.
Running around at the speed. All right, no more. Don't get a copyright tag. Sega. They'll come after us too. They need the money. But
There's so much like a slash.
Lawsuits.
Gonna talk about Warcraft Catalysm.
What?
What?
I don't know.
Catalysm?
It was just DLC, so
But
I don't know.
Oh, that is a deal.
That's an expansion.
That's just a joke I was making.
That was a bad one. That's actually that's a good example though, right? It's like, do you consider an expansion a DLC?
If it doesn't really...
Technically, in the broad
I
sense,
consider
would say
some
so.
DLCs expansions.
But so it's like a hot tub jacuzzi thing.
Yeah.
Not all DLCs are expansions.
I think
or-
so, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you
I
download
think
the
it's
content.
Probably a solid.
That's
It's probably like a solid checklist though
Yeah.
that you could like use. For, like,
The
an expansion.
prerequisites
Yeah,
of...
like, just like
Yeah.
I just like picture something that just really expands like your experience. Like
Yeah.
you know.
Can we make a formula for this? Classifications. What is DLC?
An algorithm.
I mean, I guess the simplest way you could look at it would be like DLC is something that adds like a thing to the game, whereas like you said, an expansion expands the game.
Right.
It changes like the core experience in some way.
Yeah.
Like something like
DLC
like
is-
Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare versus Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Like, that's
big
a,
expansion,
it's
yeah.
totally a second game
Right.
within a game, even though it's built on the same framework.
Oh yeah.
Or like what was that thing with Far Cry 3? It was like blood
Oh,
whatever.
Blood Dragon?
Blood Dragon,
Yeah.
yeah. Like,
Yes.
like that's a
Oh,
good example, right? Where it's like you
Yeah.
didn't even need the core game to buy that.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
that's amazing.
So like that's not necessarily DLC as much
I
as
mean-
it is an expansion or even like a standalone game.
That,
Yep.
that is like one of the best expansions
It's so
I've ever played.
freaking weird. I love it.
It's
It's so
amazing.
weird.
It's so self-aware. It's
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
Even the tutorial was just like, okay, so you're hitting some buttons and they do stuff.
You're
All
stuck in
right.
the tutorial. I
Go
know how to move.
Go shoot Polygon Velociraptors.
Oh my god. Too much fun for
Then
that.
they have like lasers and stuff on them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's so out there.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I mean,
It was like a love letter to like the most crazy part of the 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
You play as a cyborg commando, and the whole world's been nuked in the nuclear Canadian wars or something. North America's
Spoilers.
wasteland.
Yeah,
Spoilers for Blood Dragon.
Sorry about that. Spoilers
no.
for Far Cry 3 Blood
It'll tell you
Dragon.
10 seconds into the game. I mean, you can look up a
Alright, shut the f up for a second.
What?
Hi. Okay.
Let's get himself back
I
in
really thought
frame.
we were gonna like pelvic
No.
thrust.
No, that's good. Yeah, I think he's been like in and out of frame a little bit. But it's whatever, guys. We're still in our proto stage here, so please forgive us for any of these
They don't care.
technical hip.
You're gonna have to edit all that out because they don't care what you're saying right
Just like
now.
real-
It's boring what you just said.
Yeah. If I'm boring you, or if our frame sucks, let us know in the comments below. Or hit me up on Twitter and tell me what a boring ass.
It's just like real life. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody cares.
And here we are expressing our opinions on the internet.
That's how you do it, man.
Yep.
Someday we'll be movie stars.
Thanks,
or
guys.
something.
If anyone watches this, thank you. It was just like literally any single person. I don't even care if you're a dog on the internet at this point.
I'm in fact more impressed if you were a dog that not only learned how to use the internet, found our channel, and then chose to keep watching.
Oh well.
That's
Yeah.
impressive. I would be. Thanks, dog viewer.
On the internet, nobody knows you're a dog.
Alright, does anyone have anything left to say about DLC? We can wrap it up here.
Yeah,
Next time on Slack is Slash.
Alright, guys. Well, again, thanks for watching. This has been Slack and Cast. If you like this episode, or if you want to hear us talk more about DLC, I don't really know what else we'd have to say. Let us know in the comments below. Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know about other ideas you have for topics you'd like us to discuss. If you'd like more, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Slack and Slash's YouTube channel. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, all the social medias. Visit us on slackandslash.com, and make sure to tip your waiter. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Okay, bye.
He hasn't moved in like a minute. He's frozen.
Is he?
I'm good.
I have to restart.
Oh God, we gotta reboot him!